Buongiorno tutti quanti e benvenuti a lezione 23 di Italian for Beginners. Abbiamo parlato prima delle costruzioni di chi è e di chi sono per domandare a chi appartiene una cosa. Adesso discutiamo degli aggettivi possessivi, ancora un modo di parlare di possessione. Comincerò leggendovi il dialogo all'inizio di pagina 72. C'è una traduzione sotto, ma cercate di ascoltare e di capire il significato in modo generale, senza preoccuparvi troppo dei dettagli. Gianni, chi è il tuo professore preferito? Roberto, beh, veramente ho due professori preferiti, il professore di biologia e la professoressa di italiano. Gianni, perché? Roberto, il professore di biologia è molto famoso. I suoi libri sono usati nelle università americane. La professoressa di italiano è molto brava. Apprezzo la sua pazienza e il suo senso dell'umorismo. And here are the possessive adjectives that we're going to be talking about in this lesson. So, as we've talked about before, you can use the preposition di to ask or indicate to whom something belongs. Like we've talked about, di chi sono questi libri? Whose books are these? Or questa bella macchina è di Paolo. This lovely car is Paolo's. Italian also has possessive adjectives like English does. My, his, her, theirs, mine, those kind of things, to express possession. So here they are. Don't get overwhelmed. There are a lot of them, but it's pretty straightforward. If you look at each of these, you can see that for each person, there's a stem. Like for me, for first person, it's me, and then endings to agree in number and gender get added to that. So il mio, la mia, I miei, le mie. I'll actually read all of these because of the pronunciation, so you can hear them. So for tu, il tuo, la tua, I tuoi, le tue. For your, which is lei, as well as his, her, and its. So these are the same form again. Il suo, la sua, I suoi, le sue. Notice that in the formal lei, the suo is capitalized. So capital S for each of those forms. And the same with the loro forms when they're the formal loro, which again is rare. So moving on, our becomes il nostro, la nostra, I nostri, le nostre. The voi forms il vostro, la vostra, I vostri, le vostre. And then loro is the same for all forms. Il loro, la loro, I loro, and le loro. So how do you use these? I know, again, that this is kind of overwhelming when you look at the table with all of the forms, but it comes together. So possessive adjectives almost always come before the noun in Italian. They agree in gender and number with the noun that's possessed, so not the thing that possesses it. So in English, like, we have his and hers and whatnot, and those agree with the person who possesses the thing. But in Italian, the only agreement is with the thing itself. the definite article is usually used with possessive adjectives, so il mio cane, my dog, I vostri libri, your books, you plural, le sue macchine, his or her cars. The possessives suo, sua, suoi, and sue can mean his or hers. And if you have to make a distinction, then you need to use di lui or di lei. So if I want to say, I'm not talking about his mother, I'm talking about her mother, I would say, non parlo della madre di lui, parlo della madre di lei. Sometimes the possessive adjective does follow the noun, and in these cases the article is left out. Most often I see this happen with the word casa. Carla dà una festa stasera a casa sua. Carla is giving a party tonight at her house. A casa mia, a casa loro. You can use that with casa most of the time. La mia casa would refer to your physical house, whereas casa mia has more of a sense of home. When the possessive comes after essere, you also leave the article out. So, di chi è questa giacca? Whose jacket is this? È mia. It's mine. È mia. You can also use possessives without the definite article to mean something of mine. I have most frequently seen this used with amico, but it can be used with other things as well. So, un mio amico is a friend of mine, or questo loro amico, this friend of theirs. Due nostri amici, two friends of ours. You see where I'm going with this. And that's it for this lesson. So for the next lesson, do the esercizi on pagina 73. And in the next lesson, we'll talk about using possessives to talk about family members, because there are a couple exceptions to the rules that we've talked about today. So that will be the next lesson. Please subscribe to my channel if you found this useful and don't want to miss the next one. As usual, if you have any questions or corrections, please put them in the comments and I'll call them out in the next video. And yeah, please subscribe and I will see you in the next video.